Hello guys, welcome. I am Samantha the Introvert, and today I want to give you my personal recap on episode 11 of the Next Prince series, so let's get into it. After their boom chicky bang bang deed making, they started talking about what royalty must be or they should go through and about the protest. If you look at it, the only person Canon loves and trusts is Sharon, and Sharon loves and trusts Canon in the entire palace. If they were to get married, they are their own family. But what if Sharon's mother is still alive? Okay, since the first part of the competition is coming up, which is pop quiz, Sharon is preparing Cannon for it. Meanwhile, the king is thinking Cannon will be doing a great job in this competition to let his son get the throne. Cannon's real father. I still don't trust the king, and I need to keep a close eye on the man. Meanwhile, Cannon is so nervous and worried that he might fail and possibly disappoint the king and the people. Sharon sees this, and as a good partner, he wants to comfort him, but Cannon is not the only one nervous. Believe it or not, Shakri was so nervous for Cannon that he was shaking and all the tea spilled out of the cup. Then came Cannon's real father to give him encouragement. To be honest, this is the only true or first time since he was born the father ever held and hugged Cannon. It's time for the quiz of the competition, and this is live in public. So the first question is, what would they do or want to change, the very rule they want to change of Imali? Meanwhile, Prince Calvin is there and trying to find a way to tell Jay about his identity but cannot come to do it. Then at home, Jay and his friend was watching the game because remember it was live and they all spotted Prince Calvin. And then Jay remembered that Calvin once revealed his identity when he was drunk and now he's putting all the pieces together. Everyone thought that Jay knew about this, but when Jay's sister looked at Jay's shocked expression, she tells Jay's friend that Jay is in shock because this news is new to him. Anyways, back to the game. So, once they finish with the quiz, then the public will have to set their vote on who they want or who they believe is fit and best for the winning. Okay, remember the question that was given to all three of them? Well, when they were given that question, though, it shocked the king because that wasn't the original question. I mean, regardless, it is a question that they must answer and it is live, so you can't stop it. So, the first person to speak was Ramil, and he picked domestic violence in the household and that he wishes it should to stop. Ramil picked that topic because he himself is experiencing it and even spoke on his personal thoughts but made sure no one can tell that it was his personal experience. I'm sure his father knows exactly why Ramil chose that topic to speak on. Now, I may not like Ramil that much, but he did so well, and I love that he chose this topic because he is not the only one going through domestic violence. Then it's Ava's turn, and Ava spoke on how women are not considered or recognized enough as equal. Ava is definitely speaking on behalf of women, and I love this too. Then Cannon's turn. Cannon decided to take on the very problem that Imali is facing, and it's the mind. All three came up with some powerful topics. Weathers and the stepfather is also watching this, and the stepfather showed how proud he is of Cannon. I say you raised Cannon very well, sir. See that? That is a proud father. I can strongly say all the teaching has come to useful, very useful for this very day. And also, Shakri and Sharon has a very emotional, proud face of Cannon, mostly Shakri because Shakri was tearfully tearing up of joy. Hey, the greatest thing other than the shocking news is that Cannon put the subject of pollution helping the protesters to make things better. So now it's up to the public to vote. Some wants to vote for Ramil because he spoke about domestic abuse. Some voting for Ava, mostly females because she's representing for the women. And others are voting for Cannon because he spoke about the pollution. But in the end, the person who won is Ramil, which is shocking to everyone because it was clear that his points or percentage were very low. But regardless, they have to accept the loss. Then we see Ramil's father came, and Ramil thought that his father would be very happy for him, but instead the father revealed that he cheated the system and made it so Ramil won. I am very disappointed in the father because it shows that he never believed in Ramil. But even with this lack of belief in Ramil, he does everything to protect Ramil even if he doesn't know who he's protecting Ramil from. I feel sorry for the kids, especially Ramil, because he is just dragged into the adult games. Not really seductive adult game, but I mean, like, for argument's sake, the adult brings the kids in their own shenanigans, and his father wants nothing but to be on top no matter what. Meanwhile, Jay is walking and talking to his sister, and his sister brought up Calvin in the conversation. She knows Jay likes Calvin, and the fact that he found out that Calvin is a prince and never told him. While they were talking, he got a text from Calvin asking if he can come over to talk to him. The sister had to convince Jay to talk to Calvin because Jay wasn't going to actually answer. While Jay was waiting, he was watching the news about the competition and the results. Then Calvin showed up to try and explain things, but things already gone bad and too deep. The sad thing about this is that Calvin really wanted to tell Jay about his true identity, but was afraid of how Jay would have acted around him. And also, this will be the last visit because he is summoned to go back home and he will not be coming back. Sad he is leaving and on bad terms to the very first normal friend he ever had. Then we see Ava's father telling her that he heard that Ramil cheated on the quiz and the game, and she must be alerted on this game and the next competition. Okay, first off, Ramil didn't cheat, his father did, and yes, it is getting very serious in this game. The next game is archery. It's like Hunger Game. Archery is definitely Ava element, so she needs to keep her eyes on the prize and the potential enemies because they are going into the woods. Okay guys, that is it, and that is the end of my recap on episode 11 of the Next Prince series. Stay tuned for episode 12.